While the 26-year-old Olympian faces charges for allegedly murdering his girlfriend in South Africa, student athletes here at USC say that the link between domestic violence and sports isn't one that should be readily made. Right here on Crenshaw Boulevard near Lamert Park is exactly where they wanted to hold the protest today because, in the meantime, says it's in the heart of the black community. I'm Chie Davis at the social event of the year, the BET Pre-Awards Gala. Let's head to the red carpet and see what's bubbling. I think I'll take one with one foot in the grave, please. Am I getting on this young stallion?
No, not a stallion.
It's not a stallion?
No, gelding.
Gelding?
Yeah.
What kind of horse is that?
He's a male, but has no nuts in.
What? Special thanks here to the Half Moon Dolphin Lagoon. And now we're off to the next place. Stand up and tell your story. That was what Department of Labor officials asked workers today who attended a forum at the UCLA Downtown Labor Center.
I am a single mom, so it's hard to get full-time hours. So, you're always trying to pick up a shift or be available, so you can make ends meet.
By the time I know it, I'm only have like $100 and something for myself. It doesn't help me, I'm barely surviving with food for me and my father, and so it's really difficult.
No matter who you are or where you come from, if you work hard and play by the rules, you should be able to have a decent job and support your family.
Maxwell points to studies that say 70% of Americans agree with President Obama's proposal to raise the minimum wage from $7.25 to $9.
And if people don't have money to spend on goods and services, that's what hurts. Right, our local economies and our local businesses.
While the increase to at least $9 an hour might be small, a lot of the minimum wage workers that I spoke to said that it would definitely make a difference and help to alleviate some of the juggling that they have to do on a monthly basis.
At least for some families it's for gas, some families it's for transportation. That will help a lot.
A research fellow at the American Enterprise Institute in Washington, D.C. says that raising workers' wages is not good for the economy.
There are 4.5 million workers who've been unemployed for 6 months or longer. It just really seems very unwise to me to increase the costs to firms of hiring workers.
Strain says that an earned income tax credit would better assist the poor. The last minimum wage increase was in 2009. In downtown LA, Chie Davis, ATVN.
Do's and don'ts for the red carpet. First of all,
feel comfortable.
Do not be ashy. Oh, you laughing? I've seen some ashy people. It's summertime, ladies with their back feet out.
Keeping the cocoa butter close, on-screen sirens oohed and awed at the elaborate decor that transformed LA's historical Union Station into a shabby chic paradise.
Orange and nude are the new hot colors, so we wanted out here to be very fresh and French-inspired. Union Station is a public place, so you have to carve out your little space and make it a private event.
Celebrities were anxious to reconnect and break bread with their industry mates.
That little Trey Songz is a cutie. He's very young. He's like an infant, but he's very, very cute.
6th annual Pre-Awards Gala was a fine medley of music meets television, with new energy surrounding the direction of BET.
In the meantime, in conjunction with AIDS Healthcare Foundation, is launching an anti-homophobia campaign.
And today we chose to focus specifically on the issue of black gay men because they make up the largest number of African Americans with HIV. And so we felt it was important, particularly in light of some of the things that have gone on recently, like this billboard behind us being taken down.
The AIDS Healthcare Foundation sponsored this billboard, produced by In the Meantime. King says that the image, which shows 2 black men embracing, sparked outrage in the community.
I've had more than, say, 35 to 40 phone calls from community members, primarily women, African-American women, heterosexual identified women, who were very concerned with the image. One, because they felt that it was hypersexual. I believe it's because they've never seen it before.
Bernard Parks should tell people who want these billboards taken down to take a hike, and that he's not going to do it, rather than succumbing to the discrimination.
Calls to LA City Councilman Bernard Parks were not returned. Advocates say that the city's decision to cover the billboard is aimed at silencing the gay community. Activists also link the impact of homophobia to the rise of HIV cases.
And again, back there in the day, I didn't want the doctors to do much because I could have gotten my health insurance canceled from my job. So I didn't go into treatment. I didn't go into treatment until many years later when the HIV developed into AIDS.
Right here on Crenshaw Boulevard near Lamert Park is exactly where they wanted to hold the protest today because, in the meantime, says it's in the heart of the black community. Although African Americans only make up 14% of the U.S. population, they account for 44% of all new HIV cases.
When we look at the civil rights movement, you know, it was because we as a people were no longer willing to take the treatment and the abuse. So I think that is pretty much what we're doing today, that we're saying that this is not just one little battle. It is really about educating and informing and elevating the consciousness of our community.
Volunteers gave out condoms and offered rapid HIV testing to residents, all in an effort, they say, to stomp out ignorance and build a healthy community. Chie Davis, ATVN.